smartest way, you tested which family members actually loved you. When my grandmother died, everyone cried at the funeral, but I learned real fast that grief and greed can sound exactly the same. My grandma raised me, not officially, but emotionally, absolutely. While my parents traveled constantly for work and my older cousins treated me like an afterthought, grandma was the one packing my lunches, showing up to dance recitals, and sneaking me $20 bills she absolutely could not afford. So when she passed away at 82, it wrecked me. The funeral was packed. Relatives I hadn't seen in years suddenly appeared acting devastated. Funny how death reunites families when money's involved. A week later, we all gathered at the lawyer's office for the will reading. My cousins were practically vibrating in their seats, especially my cousin Vanessa. Vanessa treated every family event like an audition for inheritance. She cried the loudest at the funeral, posted paragraphs online about losing her best friend, then asked the lawyer if grandma's jewelry collection had already been appraised. Classy. The lawyer started reading the will. Small donations to charities, a few keepsakes to extended relatives, then the house. The savings, the inheritance money, almost all of it left to me. The room went dead silent. I remember Vanessa blinking so hard I thought her contacts fell out. My uncle literally leaned forward and said, "Wait, her?" But before anyone could explode, the lawyer handed me a sealed envelope. Written across the front in shaky handwriting were the words, "For Olivia, open alone." So I waited until I got home, locked my bedroom door, and opened it. Inside was a handwritten letter. "Liv, before you accept this money, I need you to learn something about the people around you. Tell the family I left you nothing. Say I changed my mind at the last minute, then wait 2 weeks. You'll find out who truly loves you and who only loved standing near my wallet." At the bottom she wrote, "Trust me on this." And honestly, that woman had never once been wrong in her life. So I did it. The next morning I texted the family group chat. Apparently grandma changed the will before she passed. "I'm not getting anything." The responses came fast. Vanessa sent, "Wow, didn't expect that," followed immediately by, "Maybe she saw things we didn't." My uncle replied, "Well, grandma always valued responsibility." My aunt literally texted, "Everything happens for a reason, sweetheart." Not one person asked if I was okay. Not one, except my cousin Abby. Abby was 16, quiet, awkward, still wore braces and oversized hoodies. 10 minutes after the group chat died, she texted me privately, "Are you home?" An hour later, she showed up at my apartment holding 2 grocery bags. "I know grandma helped you with rent sometimes," she said nervously, "so I brought food." I almost cried right there. Over the next 2 weeks, the rest of the family got worse. Vanessa suddenly stopped inviting me places. My uncle canceled our weekly coffee outings. My aunt started posting inspirational Facebook quotes about earning success instead of expecting handouts. Subtle, very subtle. Then came the vacation photos. Turns out Vanessa had already started spending what she thought she was inheriting. Designer bags, spa weekends, wine tastings. Every caption sounded like a rich person trying to fake humility. Meanwhile, Abby kept checking on me constantly. She offered me gas money once. Gas money. From a teenager with a part-time job at a movie theater, one night she admitted, "I've been saving part of my paychecks in case you needed help." That absolutely destroyed me emotionally, because this kid genuinely thought I'd lost everything, and still tried to help anyway. 2 weeks later, I invited the whole family to grandma's house for dinner. Everyone showed up suspiciously fast, probably hoping there was more money involved. Vanessa arrived carrying a brand new designer purse. My uncle brought financial advice pamphlets. My aunt brought a fake sympathetic face. After dinner, I stood up and pulled out grandma's real letter, and suddenly the room got very quiet. I read every word out loud, especially this part. "Watch how quickly people change when they believe you have nothing to offer them." Vanessa's face drained of color. My uncle started stammering. My aunt kept saying, "That's not what happened." But grandma knew. She knew exactly what would happen. Then I looked at Abby. She looked confused, almost scared, so I smiled and pulled out a second envelope. Inside was a check for $75,000. The entire room lost it. I handed it to Abby and said, "Grandma left instructions for this too." Abby started crying immediately. "What? Why?" And I told her the truth. "Because you were the only person in this family who loved me when you thought I had nothing." Then I looked around the room one last time and added, "Turns out grandma's final inheritance wasn't money. It was exposing everybody."